everybody, it's Karen Wickstrom, Director with Lemongrass Spa, coming to you today with our second tip on how to do a successful host coaching job for your show. And this actually includes an in-home event and a Facebook party, so can go for both. Number one, if you remember our last time, we had the BFF. We want to build a best friend forever relationship with our hosts. And we talked about how important that was from the moment that you book the show throughout the entire time, and really forever, because she is going to be your best customer and your best referral person, and hopefully someone on your team. Okay, number two, today we're going to talk about, I know this is backwards, 3 connections. Okay, so we want to have at least 3 connections with every host. And for sure, we have the one that when they originally booked that night from their friend, that counts actually as a pre-connection. And then we want to contact them 3 times at least before their show. Okay, and the first time is so important, and I encourage you to do this by phone, or again, call through Facebook, or I have Zoom, or I can Zoom, and actually Zoom is something that you can get for free. You can use Zoom for free, and it's wonderful for connecting with people, but I want to do a face-to-face if I can, okay, and I usually do that through Facebook Messenger. So you want to go over her goals. What does she want to achieve from her show? If you're talking to her about, oh my goodness, you're going to get all this free product, but that's not important to her, then you don't want to focus on that. Maybe she's just having girlfriends over so that she can connect, so she can visit. Maybe she is doing it to get the free products. Maybe she's doing it because she wants to clean her home. So find out why she's doing her show, what her goals are, maybe what the products are that she's really interested in. And then you want to teach her how to invite. This is so important. And I have my hosts invite many different ways, okay? This is the invitation that I use. And if you're on my team, Mission Possible, or a team below me, you've seen this before. And I just customize these to every host. This happens to be a facial party invitation. And my host name and everything is on here, and the date, and it talks about Lemongrass Spa and RSVP and all those things. I love this full page invitation. And what I do with that is I customize it to my host, and I text her a copy. I actually change it to a JPEG. I go online, I make a PDF, I go online and change the PDF to a JPEG, so it's a picture, and I text that to her. And I also message it to her on Facebook. I also email her a copy of her invitation, and I personally make copies. I make copies and I send them to her in the mail. I used to have them just email them one and have them make copies, but I find they don't always do that. So I make at least 20 copies and send to her and tell her that's a start. So, and I encourage my host to invite all 4 ways, and make sure she invites people at least 2 ways. So text a copy and send a paper copy, or call on the phone, which is a great way to invite people. Hey, Susie, I'm so excited for my Lemongrass Spa party. I was at Julie's and I fell in love with the products, the healing elements. I cannot believe what it did for Susie, and I'm so excited to have my own friends over and to come and see what this crazy company Lemongrass Spa is about. Do you think you could make it and bring a friend? So those phone calls, that's a great way to invite. Phone call and then a texted invitation. And I tell her each time that you use this invitation, whether you email it or you text it or you personally message it to someone on Messenger through Facebook, make sure you also include a personal note that says, I was at Susie's event, I loved it, I know you're gonna love the charcoal scrub, you know, come, I'm so excited, and then give them that invitation. So that's what I do on the first call, is we talk about our goals, we talk about how to invite our guests, okay? And we talk about how many to invite and our goal attendance. So Our goal attendance for me for a facial party is 12. I want 12 people at my facial parties. And usually that means the host will have 8. For a foot soak show, I mean, you decide how many you can handle. If you can handle, 12 or 15, tell her 12 or 15. And that's our goal attendance. A hand spa party can do lots. So that's our goal. Give her a goal to work for. And then if our goal is 10, she needs to invite at least 40. And you need to give her that statistic. She needs to know about 1 in 4 will be able to make it. All right, so call number 1 happens a few days after she books the show. Do not wait a week after she books the party. You need to contact her within a couple of days, okay? And the next call number 2, remember we're doing our 3 connections. Call number 2 is midway between that call and the show. So generally it would be like a week and a half before or a week before. And this is the connection to her where it's like, hey, Susie, I'm so excited for our show coming up next Thursday. How is it going? Do you have any questions for me today about what's going to happen that day? Any questions about inviting? How many people were you able to invite? And I actually do go over what's going to happen at the show with her then. I'm going to come. I'll be there an hour beforehand. I'm going to set up some spots. Do you have a table that I can use to set up my products? I'm going to need to use your bathtub to fill my foot tubs. Make the food simple. Have you been able to invite 40 people? And this is where you can help her with inviting people. You can help her if she says, oh, I only thought of 15. Try to help her to invite another 10 more. And I'll tell you, if she calls those 25 people, she can have better attendance at someone that does invites 50 and never calls or anything. So really encourage her in that. And end that phone call always with, I cannot wait for how fun our show is going to be. We are going to bless your friends and family. So make sure you end each call with that. And then number 3 is a call that takes place the night before or the day before her show. You're going to do one last reconnect. You're going to find out from her how many are going to come. And I tell her that on call number 2. I'll give you a buzz or I'll text her between those 2 calls and say, hey, keep good track of how many people are going to make it. Give them a final text, get a good foot count for me, ha ha ha, or a face count for me, ha ha ha. And I'll need to know how many people are going to make it. So I have the right number of spots and the right number of folders and I'm ready for our guests. So tell her you're going to need a head count and get that head count the day before. Okay. And then also encourage her. It's never too late to invite anybody. If you see somebody tomorrow, it's never too late. And then remind her on these calls about outside orders. People are going to say they can't make it. We'll never find a day that everybody can make it. And I tell her that from the very beginning. Don't get discouraged. We'll never find a day everyone can make it. So we do our best. And if they can't make it, ask them if they want to look at a catalog. Or that's the best thing, number 1. If they're long distance, ask them if they'd like to look at our online catalog. Or I can send them a catalog. So we want to make sure that we also help her with outside orders, how to do that, okay? That's actually call 2. But so the day before the show, we're going to reconnect. We're going to again tell her we so appreciate her. We're excited to see her tomorrow night. I'll be there an hour beforehand. We're just going to have so much fun, and you are such a blessing to me and my family, and Lemongrass is going to be that way to you. So that's my tip today. It's a 3-in-1. It's a 3 connections for great host coaching, and I hope that helps you guys, and I hope you all will implement that into your very own business. So God bless.